How great would it have been to live as a caveman?
Because when you bop him on the head and just fuck him in the ass.
Imagine walking around Manhattan during caveman time. You see something nice and you could just take it.
Right.
There's no rules.
Go around there, get a big nice.
There's no laws.
Hairy, smelly cave woman.
There's also saber-toothed tigers and fucking woolly mammoths eating your friends.
You know what?
You're looking at the positive. I could clug some ugly hairy lady and fuck her. You could do that now.
Let's slow down, though. I mean, I would take the chance.
You can't. There's no internet. You just got to draw a picture of buffalo on the wall and go. And they all know what you mean. It'd be horrible.
Try to describe like what you did that day on a wall. Yeah, with like chalk. Something here's how I hunted today. Or I banged a chick over the head and fucked her.
Hey, it's chilly. Let's push that rock in front of the fucking mountainside we live in. It's too cold to go outside, so let's just shit against what would be the kitchen or the parlor.
The parlor.
Yeah.
The parlor.
We have no TV yet, so let's just shit where the living room would be.
You're saying it wouldn't be good?
No, because I don't know what you get a toothache. You just got to lay there and chew a piece of fucking bark. They don't know what to do.
All of a sudden, your friends are carried off by big monsters in the sky.
Yeah, pterodactyls.
Right.
They're dummies.
Right. You're just playing soccer with a rock because you can't figure out how to make it soft yet.
What?
And your friend is dragged away by
you said.
By a giant bird.
But like you said, you could just bop a chick over the head.
Yeah.
Nail that hairy, fucking, very man-like ass.
Unwashed vagina. She lifts her loincloth and just shits in a juniper bush. She's missing a leg because she was attacked by a giant snapping turtle. She didn't know what it was. She thought it was an ottoman, so she put her feet up on it.
Why would she think?
Because furniture. Actually, the first signs of civilization was a Siemens furniture store. They found that in the ice.
So you're saying no, this wouldn't be good.
Terrible. The only advantage is the ability is that they don't sue you for sexual harassment.
But yeah, you could go with your urges.
Yeah,
it was completely acceptable. If you saw something that got you going, you went with it.
You went, and to this day, some people have that instinct still, I guess. Dentists seem to have it a lot. Because they, instead of using a big heavy club, they use nitrous oxide and other
tools in the trade.
anesthetics to subdue their prey before they open up the shirt and start kneading their tits like so much dough.
You wouldn't want to live as a caveman, though?
No, there's no advantage to it. None. There's nothing to do except survive.
Yeah, live.
Everything you do is to not die in 5 minutes.
And you don't even know why you're trying to stay alive. That's the beauty of being a caveman.
Even other cavemen you see just fucking, all they do is attack you for no reason.
Yeah.
Right? Everything is just an asshole.
Like, and it's better. Like, you're a stupid caveman. You're throwing rocks at him. And meanwhile, he's figured out how to sharpen a stick. So you're dead. You're throwing rocks at him. And he's like, look at these guys. They're still throwing rocks. Watch this. Flock. Even fucking spear right through you.
Even having sex is a hassle. As a caveman, you think?
Yeah, where do you lay? There's no bed. You got to lay on rocks. You poke your back on a crude tool.
Crude.
Fucking horrible.
I bet they fucked on like animal hide.
Yeah.
So you're just laying there on some smelly dead animal hide because it's not processed very well. They were stupid.
Yeah.
So it's just rotting meat underneath it. Rotting meat laying on top of it, too.
Maggots all over you.
Ugh.
You think there was ever pleasure as a caveman? Or just everything was just
Everything
one
she's
big
sitting
pain
on,
in
too.
the ass?
Like, she sits down, and her vagina is just on the ground on a dirty rock. Yeah. And what do you think? She's scrubbing that thing knowing it should be clean? No.
Who was the first asshole that decided, I need to lick that?
Oh, wow.
There had to be one.
Do you think it was some instinctive caveman thing, like dogs go around and start lapping away? Do you think it was something like that?
There had to be one guy.
Like he just
that was the first. He had to have no sense of smell or something.
God damn.
I'll tell you what it was. It was because cave women never got wet. They always have dirt and rocks in their vagina from squatting. So one caveman went, look, every time I put it in, it hurts. So he just licked it to probably make the opening moist,
Clean
to make
it
sex
up a
easier.
little.
Yeah, to get dirt off it.
Yeah.
With his bad teeth, horrible caveman breath.
You know what?
Jesus.
That might be the real answer right there.
I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then she probably went like it felt good.
Yeah.
And she grabbed the back of his head and kept it there. And he's like, Woke up telling his friends how his jaw hurts. Yeah. All night I was licking that.
But he noticed she wasn't being cunty for the next couple days.
Stupid caveman.
They really were boobs.
Yeah, I love how you said your friends are just.
Yeah. Friends are just getting eaten.
Where's Ted? He was devoured by something that fucking flew out of a tree.
Yeah, they got those giant, like, bears. Bears now are fucked up.
Yeah.
Bears back then, giant. And like, saber-toothed tigers. Tigers now, fuck you up. Saber-toothed tiger, forget about it.
Would you even attempt to make friends as a caveman?
What do you do? How do you do that?
Right.
Come over. You could be
don't
the
have
friendliest
time.
looking guy, and the guy would just go, and clock you on the head with a giant boulder. Oh, just came over to say hi. Figured maybe we could pool our resources, and clunk, dead. His skull split open.
Always squatting. You're using two hands to do something. That's what they would do. Would always squat with their balls by the dirt, like pounding a rock into something to make fire. Bunch of douches. Dumb ridges on their eyebrows. No hats.
No hats.
How do they keep the sun out of their eyes? No visors. That's the best invention. Fuck the wheel. The sun visor.
They didn't have hats.
They certainly didn't. No shades.
Nothing. No sunglasses. Yeah. God, that had to suck.
Fuck, is that funny?
Dirty, your fill of filthy vagina.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you had.
Yeah.
That's the only plus. You could drag a filthy vagina into your cave and just have sex with it at will.
Do you think they ever had a chance to just relax for one moment?
Just to go, no.
Instead of worrying
The
if their friends were
second
going to
he
be
did
eaten
that,
by monsters.
A fucking three-toed sloth came in with giant fangs and ate his children. The second he relaxed.
Oh, fuck, why did I relax?
Yeah, he's like, oh, fuck.
Now I lost my family.
Should have pushed the boulder against the opening again.
4 a.m. to 4:07 a.m. was their leisure time. You could do whatever you want from 4 a.m. to 4:07.
And that's when 15 of them died.
And then what happened the rest of the time, Jimmy?
It was all work and fighting for your life. 4 to 4:07, all you had to do was fend off bats returning to the same place you lived. That was considered relaxing time. Just keeping fruit and vampire bats off your loved ones.
Shit.
I don't want to let this bit go. I love this one.
It's history lesson. We're giving you
It's so
history lessons.
true, though.
It is. I mean, come on.
How many years ago is that, too? I mean, in Earth time, it's not that long ago. 100,000 years? Or am I
Yeah.
crazy?
It's like 100,000, couple hundred
But
thousand.
what kept them, like, wanting to live if it was such a hassle?
Instinct. The same thing that keeps a crocodile
Yeah.
going. There's no real thought to it.
Yeah, they don't like.
They just know they have
Being
to
killed.
keep living.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dying isn't good, and it hurts. Back then, it probably hurt every time. No one had a peaceful, he was surrounded by his family. He went peacefully in the night. No, his legs were torn off, and he sat there bleeding to death as some dummy tried to put a leaf over his fucking thigh bone that was sticking out.
He died doing what he loved, being disemboweled by a saber-toothed tiger.
I guess God needed another hairy dummy.
Yeah, exactly. God needed another Ugg.
Steam fit a rich. Now everyone's in.
Shit.
Everyone's in on the caveman bit. Do you think they looked at shit dropping out of each other's asses like dogs?
No, that was the first. The guy who the first word was Carvel. Someone didn't know what it was. He thought it was a delicious snack. He went over and his friends were like, "What the fuck are you doing? That's terrible stuff."
That's shit. What are you doing
And
with
he's there
it?
with shit in his fingers, feeling stupid, like, oh, tried to act like it was a joke.
That's how they learned.
Someone is asking where is someone is asking where is Ted the caveman?
I
But
thought of that, but Ted was ruined.
No, but Ted was killed.
Ted was killed.
Ted got killed.
Yeah, our
early
friend
in
Ted
this
was
episode.
killed.
Yes, he was
Poor
killed.
Ted. Ted had a cameo in this.
Yes. I was very angry when I was a caveman. There was this stuff that was very hot, so I threw water on it, and they got very mad at me.
What's this caveman doing?
Nothing.
It's just
Nothing
like Jimmy
of
said.
importance.
He's beating something with a rock with
Yeah.
both of his hands and now licking it.
But that led to us going to the moon. You figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
What the fuck?
That was their answer for everything. Beat it with a rock.
Yeah, just hit it with a rock and everything will be fine.
Can you imagine having a fucking wisdom toothache? I mean, back then your wisdom teeth were probably very necessary to chew, but
Oh, a bad toothache? They probably just hit it with a rock. Fuck it.
cancer,
What hurts?
bad eyesight, all these weird things we take for
You
granted.
think they had those diseases back then?
Yeah,
Yeah?
sure they did.
Or you think it's like a product of civilization and industrialization and things like that?
No, I think they probably had it. What was life expectancy back then?
Oh,
20?
yeah. It's probably fucking 20 years old. You were the fucking old man.